Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Drol by Ike Bang for the SG-1000. This is not the original system that this little arcade game was based on. This was originally on the Commodore 64, the Atari 8-bit, as well as the Apple II. It wasn't ported to the SG-1000 until 2 years later, and there is also an unofficial Amiga port from 1991. In this game, you play as this little robot. You're in a temple. You're rescuing a little girl, a little boy, and their mother. And you also have to rescue the boy and the girl's friendly little pets. By rescuing the child and their pet, you go from one level to the next. You save the girl first, and then you save the boy, and then you save the mom. Once you do all that, you basically complete a loop of this game, and then you go on to a slightly harder next loop. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and give this game some playtime, shall we? Let's go ahead and press button 1 to start the game. Left and right let you move around. 1 lets you get out of your ball form and also fire. Up and down lets you move up and down with the jetpack, which is useful in case you want to fire up and down. Ooh, I would definitely want to go after him, that little green crocodile right there. But he was kind of fast for me. I did find the girl, though. You can shoot the balloon she's chasing after for 100 points. You can also shoot the enemies for points as well, but, well, they can also hurt you too. And in this game, it's definitely one hit and you're dead. And if you know what you're doing, you can shoot that bird for some points. But unfortunately, it takes a while to kill that bird, that little white bird that's flying around. And I'm waiting on these scorpions with their little cute expressions on their face to stop going after me. That would be great. Get myself some room here. And then I want to go after that crocodile, wherever that crocodile may be. There's a crocodile. The kids always come from the right side of the screen, while the friendly animals come from the left. Also, magnets. You do not want those things touching you. They keep you from firing. And they're pretty bad. And there is the boy chasing after the helicopter. According to the story, the boy and the girl are hypnotized and they're oblivious to the danger around them. Also, that little red lizard up there with the jetpack. 1, you can't see him on radar, much like the green crocodile from earlier. And 2, you have to touch him in order to get the next level, along with the boy. Now, the third level, gonna be a little bit interesting. We have snakes. Look at the little expression on these snakes. They look more cutified than they do on probably the other version of this game, which I've never played. But I don't imagine they don't look like that in the other versions. I do like how the enemies look in this game, not gonna lie. Also, I'm flying up and down while firing to take out all the arrows and the daggers and the axes and what have you, because you actually have to shoot those down. Sometimes it looks like a dagger or a sword might be able to go complete. Really? It may look like a dagger with a red handle might go completely over your head, but turns out you do have to shoot it down. I mean, if it's just over your head, it will count as hitting your hitbox and hurting you. Also, when you die in this game, you get taken back to the top of the level and you have to work your way down again. What killed me last time, you probably asked? Well, there was a plant in one of the trapdoors leading to the lowest level. Well, 2 of them take you to a plant that tries to eat you, while a third one does not. And you have to find out through trial and error which one does not have the plant that kills you. It is possible to move up before the plant eats you, but you have to be rather quick. And so far, I have not been quick. So in the meantime, here I am again, destroying snakes and swords and daggers and axes and stuff, and making my way to the end and using the radar that's up there to get to where I need to go. Yeah, I forgot to talk about the top of the screen. You have your current amount of lives on the far left, followed by your score above that, your high score all the way to the right, and in the middle, there is... Oh, there we go. I found the place that did not have the plant. Now, thankfully, the plant won't be able to get me here. And I can just go straight to the right where the mom is, and I can complete the first loop of this game and go on to the second loop, which is a little harder. Want to make sure I shoot down the axes, and we save the mom. And with that, we have completed 1 loop of Drol. And congratulations! Being a hero isn't easy. Round 1 completed, but your troubles are only beginning. And from that, we go on to round 2, which is going to be slightly harder. And of course, we got an extra life for beating that, though I don't know if that's just either from beating around or actually, you know, just getting enough points. And the enemies, little enemies have projectiles now, and that can be a bother. And the little girl is all the way down there. And I need to be very careful. And of course, there we are getting points for stuff. I may have to stick around near a trapdoor here just to maybe find... Ooh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't want to touch those little green things that are lower to the ground. Those things can hurt. And now that we've saved the little girl and her crocodile, we can now go after these things, which jump around every so often. And we can save the boy already. Neato! And there are definite ends to the quarters. And you want to pay attention to where they're at. And you also want to pay attention to where everything is. Yay, magnets! I hate them already. So, now that we are heading to the... And now I want to keep hitting the buttons there so that I can revive once I'm back in ball form. So that way I can get to the lizard there. And I know that I'm going up and down here, but it's imperative that I kind of do it in this way just to ensure that I can shoot stuff down when I need to. Definitely want to be careful as I go through here, because there's only one way to get through here, and I want to be careful as I take the time to just be careful and just get through here. I know I'm kind of at a loss for words. And somehow, I lucked out and found the trapdoor that didn't have the plant above it, which is good, because we can now complete round 2. I did a little better than I expected. I actually had to practice this a little bit before starting this video, just so I could remember what the heck I was talking about. And incredible, you've won the battle. Round 2 completed, but the war isn't over. I doubt I'm going to do well enough to get through round 3, and what do you know, you actually get a life for completing a round. But you really just got to get good, just so you don't lose a ton of lives, and you can get through this and go through future rounds and get through this okay. And can I get to you in time? I cannot. Okay. So we need to head further to the left. And we need to be careful about what we're doing and where we're going. You can tell where the enemies are because they'll be on radar, but the little guys that we have to rescue, they won't. You really have to pay attention to both the gameplay screen as well as the radar, but if you know what you're doing, you would know that you would have to do that anyway. And it doesn't matter if you get the pet first, or the boy first, or the child first. As long as you get both of them, you're good. And I did a little better here. I did better here. Why am I suddenly doing better? It's like I have a Let's Play blessing with old arcade-style games as of late. I'm not sure as to why. That definitely happened with Space Invaders for Atari 2600. I mean, it's not like I just went into that game just thinking, oh, hey, let's just hit 10,000 points. I honestly didn't expect to do that when I played that game, to be honest. I was just doing what I always do. Yay! And that, folks, is how you do it. You just have to tap buttons and hope that you do it. There were 3 ways to get in here, and the first 2 had the plants. Thankfully, you just kind of have to keep tapping up and down to ensure that you get out of there in time, so that way you don't get eaten. And that's how you do it. Once you know the timing, you'll doing real good. The only difference was that I was doing real good, yeah. I don't know if I can do Randy Savage, but I did see that WrestleMania 5 promo. Totally wow! Your skills are amazing! Round 3 completed, but your days may be numbered. I would say that I have no comment, but that may be true. And once you get used to this, you can play through this game pretty darn well. You can really begin to appreciate the graphics, the funny little look on the scorpions, and the fact that you can shoot certain things down for points, and just once you know what you're doing, you're gonna have a fun time. You will definitely have a fun time with this game, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not going for that. Just like last time, though, you can turn that white bird into a turkey that you can then collect for points, but I'm not exactly going to do that. I don't know how I did that. I just know that I did. And no, no, no. Okay. It doesn't exactly follow you all that much, but... Okay, need to get back in the ball form. Revive, revive, revive. Get me over to the crocodile. There we go. I did not want to lose a life in the process of doing that, but sometimes that is the breaks. And you showed up right when I did not expect you to show up. And let's get the boy. And then let's complete level 4. Or round 4. These were the days of rounds after all. And let's shoot down those snakes so that way they don't become a problem later. And look at me, Ma, I'm playing this game. Didn't expect to get to round 4. I have to admit, I had a pretty bad start. I had a pretty lousy start when I started doing this, and... yeah. Okay. Had to figure out how to do it. I had to get a little bit lower, but if you know what you're doing... No! Pooh. Well, last door it is. I'm beginning to wonder if I can make it to round 5 and then get through that. And it appears to be round clear base rather than point base as to whether or not you get lives. But I seem to be doing pretty well for myself right here. I mean, almost 20,000 points? I'll take that. I'll really take that. Alright, get yourself down there. And shoot things to preserve self. I'm hoping that the... well, they're starting to show up now. But I stopped the axes. And just like that, we have completed round 4. Super duper! Few have traveled this far. Round 4 completed. Is it the end of the line for you? Maybe. Only one way to find out. How am I doing on lives? I got the 1. I'm gonna have the buckle down here. Really gonna have the buckle down here. Alright, there's the girl. Can we get the pet? Can we get the friendly animal? We can! Managed to do that just in time. Alright. We're gonna go to the right first. I want to make sure that I avoid the magnet. Save the boy. And yeah, I think it's better if I just went to the left here, so that way we just took care of stuff from there. Yeah, I think it's better if we just... uh-oh. Something okay, yeah, it's gonna be that. And I didn't want to do that. And apparently... 0 counts as a life, but I can't seem to do anything because One, that devil showed up while I tried to get rid of the magnet. But still, round 4, that's not too bad. And believe it or not, there is a message for round 5. And thankfully, I have the Try It Out Tuesday moment to look at that with. Round 5 gives you victorious, and they lived happily ever after. Or did they? Once you beat round 5, you can actually consider the game beat. And the messages just keep repeating themselves. But I doubt that this 5th round was going to be any different from the other 4, aside from the little purple UFO that shot a bunch of shots at one time. I wouldn't exactly say random shots, but definitely shot multiple shots at one time. And well, that was a thing. I didn't exactly expect that, to be honest. And now that I've made it to round 4, it's gonna show up in the demo now. So I'm kind of happy with my progress in this arcade-style game. And I might as well just go ahead and give this game a little mini review and pretty much talk about how it measures up. I like the graphics here. You can definitely tell what everything is, even if everything is just one color. I do like how some of the enemies look, especially the non-robot enemies. The scorpions and the snakes look a little cuter than they probably should be. The goblins, where you have to rescue the boy, the little green enemies that you have to shoot in the second part of a round. They kind of look like what they're supposed to look like. I'm pretty sure those things are supposed to be goblins. Everything looks pretty endearing. Kind of like the sound of music. I do like the music that's going on here. Pretty pleasant. Isn't severely annoying. I mean, we got a good job with what we're looking at and listening to here. Don't really know what else to say about that. Play control, didn't have much of a problem with it. Especially when I was getting a little further than I expected. It takes a while to get used to getting away from the plants in the third part of a round. But once you get used to the timing, you can definitely pull it off. And you can definitely get some mileage out of this game. And again, when it comes to replay value with games like this, your mileage may vary. You may play this for 5 minutes, or you may play this for 25 minutes. I mean, this one is pretty addictive. I like what's going on here. I really like what's going on here. You're always on your toes. You're just paying attention to the radar and the game screen, so that way you don't miss anything. It's not super frantic, but you definitely got stuff going on in this game. I do like this. And I may play this game for other platforms too. I know it's on Apple II, and I rarely play Apple II games for the internet, and I want to play another Apple II game for the internet, so don't be surprised if I play this for Apple II, which I believe this game was originally for. And is it worth getting? Absolutely. I had fun with this one. Definitely worth getting this one for whatever platform you get this for. I mean, I play this for SG-1000, and this looks pretty cool. But there are other versions. There is Amiga, there is the Atari 8-bits, there's Apple II, and there's Commodore 64. And I like this. I recommend this version. Something tells me that if I play the other versions, I may start recommending those as well. So, all in all, decent arcade game. Pretty good arcade game for the time. I know that the game magazines from way back then loved it. And it's a shame that nobody talked about this game because it's quite alright. Definitely worth checking out. So, this has been Let's Play Drol for the SG-1000. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe a little bit more, and hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see you guys later!